your greatest question is the difference between managing and leading. That's the difference. When I look back at how we started as a country, there were people that were leaders.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know everything. They made mistakes. They admitted to making mistakes. They knew there had to be flexibility as time went on, as we did more learning, and they developed that way. But they weren't arrogant enough to go, "Wow, this is it. This is all it. Nothing else has to be done or written.
Yeah.
Humans will be good forever." Well, no.
Mm-hmm.
And it took, when you look at how long it took when the Magna Carta was written for how it really got implemented and then actually utilized, that was 400 to 600 years.
Hmm.
And that, you look at that and you go, whoa, we really learned slow. And we are, I think as a full group of society, there are some that are faster than others.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the optimists. Those are the curious ones. Those are the ones that they've always been the odd lot.
Mm-hmm.
I know we've always wanted to excommunicate them, and we go, well, no, they're that, that can't be true because we've held this truth for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's still hard for some people to get rid of the whole flat Earth thing because that was still believed in longer than what we've known is the world is a sphere. So we're still young in that, in terms of human history, to that point, because we only believe what, for some people, it's only believe what you see.
Right.
To be an optimist means you actually believe that there's more to it, that there's more gain to have. Hope is the one thing that we take away from people if we're some people are in that mindset. If we want them just to believe what we believe, you take their hope away.
Huh.
And hope is the one thing that sets us apart because we do a lot of things and build a lot of things, and somewhere in us, all of us, there was hope. Otherwise, as a cancer patient, I go, why do you want to fight this? Why do you want to get up the next day? Why do you want to endure that pain? But if you don't have hope that you're going to get, and cure is a bad word. They mislabeled the vaccine for COVID. It wasn't heal you.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a flu shot. It was like, okay, it's going to help me fight that virus.
Yeah.
And we know now that we have the ability to, one, the body has the ability, but how do we help the body? And that's all a lot of the shots that are developed is, okay, how do we enhance the body to fight that virus? What antibodies do we have to give it?
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's the science. So in agreeing, agreeing to take chemo, for instance, or have your chest cut open, rip it open, go in there and grab your heart.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have hope that, one, people know what the heck they're doing. Two, that you have the ability to overcome it. And I will say, for me, a lot of it is faith. I make no compunction that when I was going through chemo and before I had my open heart surgery, that it was like, okay, I've got faith that they're going to know what they're doing. We're going to get done. We're going to doing, and I'm going to have the ability and the strength to do what I have to do to recover from it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both tough to recover from.
Right.
But if you desire to want to overcome it, you can. Overcoming aging, you're not going to overcome it.
Yeah.
It'll take its toll.
Mm-hmm.
It gets the best of us, all of us. But you can either enhance it, enjoy it, and make the most of it, or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, geez, and I go, I'm just one of those people. I want to, give it as much as I can, as long as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, well, on to the next journey.
Yeah, right.
And I believe there's another journey. So either you believe that, again, some people, they want to make out so that it's easy to understand. I'm going, we have no, that's the other thing. We have, you got to be able to have some faith without having a clue of what's going on next.
Mm.
And that's the only way you overcome cancer. The only way you come open heart surgery is you have no clue.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's been done 1,000 times before, but it's your own body now. We're going to glue it all back. We're going to take it apart, glue it back together. Everything's going to be fine. Good luck with that. Well, if you don't have hope and a little bit of faith and who knows?
Right.
Then how do you, and I come over well. And I get to me, it's a little sense of humor, a little bit of, belief, and then let's give her what we got.
Yeah. Does faith help you too with like overwhelming tasks? Like I'm just thinking I'm assuming a lot of projects that you work with in the court or whatever are so overwhelming because there's such a big picture. What helps you with breaking it down into solving it?
I have faith, one, in people I work with, faith in human nature, that the best can come out. How do I help that happen? And where I'm in a leadership position, how do I help people make good decisions? What do I do? What do I say? Not always up front, but behind the scenes. Who do I talk to? There's different ways to ensure that good decision making takes place. And people that once start working with me know that I will always ask a question that will come sometimes out of nowhere. And that is a key ingredient in helping people do it on their own. Don't wait for me to ask that question.
Yeah.
Ask it. And if you're one of the people that are formulating that, you'll make better decisions. And I'm always asking, what's the economics behind this? Why are we doing this? Whether it's government, whether it's, and where I've made mistakes in my life is I haven't asked enough questions.
What are some questions that you wish you would have asked in certain scenarios?
Oh boy. Well, I have one that, dealing with a contractor, never do it without agreeing and understanding what you're agreeing. In other words, put it in writing so that there's no equivocation.
Okay.
Because if you want to get certain things done, you have a certain vision. I realize my vision and somebody else interpreting and then doing it is two different things.
Right.
Okay, let's agree on this. Let's have either drawing or something, or an understanding, or in writing. So that's a big one. Secondly, I think other mistakes, that I've made is, sometimes you work with people and you assume they know what they're doing. No, you should always ask.
Yeah.
Don't make too many assumptions. But don't ask it in such a way that you're demeaning their person, but try to make sure, okay, how do I do this in a way that, hey, for my understanding, I know we've done it like this before. Just, is this the best way? And why?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think if we did that more often, whether it's teaching, parenting, whatever, is this the best way?
Right.
Because everybody assumes, this discipline, is that really the best way? Or this not discipline? Let everybody go. No. What rails do we need? What are the guardrails? And any decision making.
Yeah.
And so my regrets have been where I haven't utilized my own advice sometimes.